Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lanisha if you are new here. First things first, we got earth sign: Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Alright, then we have the Mercury retrograde. We're currently experiencing a Mercury retrograde. I believe it ends on the 11th. It started on the 18th of July, if I'm not mistaken. Child, I can't remember, but it says electronic issues, communication issues, and review everything. So something could be an unstable situation. And then on the back of the deck, it says cycles, fate, karma, something getting something, and beginnings. Something is repeating. A breakup could be significant. Then we have give it time. It says everything in divine timing. Let things flow. So during this time, I feel like a lot of you guys should get grounded and just go with the flow. Especially with this, since the Mercury retrograde is active, and this is calling, this is a time to have patience as your manifestations come through, right? Some of you guys manifested chemistry with people, or travel, or somebody telling you something about health as well. So I feel like you guys are manifesting different things subconsciously, consciously. So be mindful of how your energy is. That's why it's important to, being this human being on this plane, maneuvering through life, growing, evolving, becoming conscious. It's important to keep up with your spiritual hygiene, because little do you know, things could be subconsciously going on. And I don't just mean, oh, somebody's sending someone evil eye, right? Because you're naturally protected. What I'm saying is, I lost my train of thought, but maybe the things that we do ourselves. I just lost my train of thought, so I can't even go back to it. But Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius could be significant. Or earth and air energy could just be significant. Alright, but things are getting pretty serious. Somebody really does have to tell you something, though. Someone needs to tell you something. And then it says someone is still figuring themselves out. What is the confession? What is the confession, spiritual seeing higher self? What is the confession? Maybe you have to tell someone something. Day, night. Okay. Somebody wants to ask you out on a date. See, I've seen some of that energy coming up. It's like love want to be talked about. It says open your heart. Something is trying to manifest some type of commitment in divine timing, though. So just go with the flow. This is a fated meeting and connection. And it could be of the same sex. Like... Alright, it says getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love, sexual chemistry, reminiscing. Somebody could be reminiscing when it came to you guys' being intimate. It also says problems with addiction or gambling, bad finances. Yeah, somebody don't know how to save their money. So I feel like it's different stuff going on within your life. Some of y'all, I'm seeing a change of residence or moving in with your partner. So some of you guys, there's challenges. So make a decision, work on inner healing. Just be careful of someone sneaky, okay? Because I feel like some of y'all have a liar in your energy. It could be someone who has their eye on you, or maybe these are separate individuals, so more than one person could be coming out of your spread. But I feel like you guys, you are doing your research. You're doing your research. It says you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. So for those of you who are seeing someone, you were in this committed situation with them. Dang, I forgot the energy. Okay, y'all may be physically or emotionally distant. So somebody could be emotionally withdrawn, detached, or you guys are not physically in each other's presence. It says, tell the universe exactly what you want. Yeah, you need to communicate exactly what you want, and it's going to manifest. All right. I'm also seeing forgive, work it out, and compromise. Confirm more of this communicate energy. I need to get in the... Oh. Somebody could be trying to manifest communication with you. This could be somebody who is too full of themselves. Like they probably think they're all of that, honey. It could be someone that you live with or that you moved in with before or left with vacation on or something like that. Moved. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy could be significant, or fire energy could be significant. Doing some heart chakra work is very significant. See, this frequency is heart and third eye frequencies by Chantress Siba. All right, but pets are significant. Gambling addiction, sexual chemistry or reminiscing. Someone has to tell you something. I'm seeing some of you guys are going to be getting, like, get ready to be wined and dined, honey. And like I said, this is going to be happening in divine timing. I feel like first, there's some things that you're letting go, needing to let go so that you can make room for the new beginnings. Because it's on its way to you now. I'm telling you. Your manifestations, they're coming into fruition. God heard you, heard your cry, all of these things. You've already planted the seed. See, this is your work. We already know God is going to come through and provide, but this is your work. And we know that you're very dedicated, very determined, very ambitious, very resilient. So we know you getting it done. It's just a matter of being patient. All right? Letting go. And these things are going to come in for you. The love that you wanted. Right? If you have a lost loved one, they are watching over you. This says honeymoon, gold digger. Somebody could have just been in it for the money, honey. Water sign. All the energies are out here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and water energy. Luck is on your side. Luck is on your side. I seen something about someone else and pregnancy, but tell me more about this someone else energy if that's for the collective. What is this someone else energy? So this could be someone in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage something. Somebody could be in somebody else's ear about something, making something harder for you. Someone has to tell you something. Really, I feel like this is somebody who has to tell you something, but I also feel like there could be some type of middleman. Ooh-wee, but communicate is coming out in the reverse. It could be somebody that you're not talking to, or Man, people who go against you, they should know better than to do that. They only making things harder for themselves because you always win in the end. Your manifestations are coming through. The only thing, person, place, whatever that can get in your way is self. So regardless, I see you winning regardless, but if you know that you need to put more effort in your life, make sure you do so. All I know is luck is on your side, so I will take advantage of this. All right. Tell me more about this energy. Let's get this. Tell me more about someone else. Yep, tell you somebody working together, honey. It's someone else. It's someone else. It's someone else. Some of you guys already know this. Maybe your intuition, maybe you received clarity. Tell me more about this someone else energy. This could have been an ending that was painful, defeating, right? Death magic, insignificant, evil eye, people trying to ruin you, especially so they can. Capricorn, Gemini. Who is this someone else? Who is this person? Who is this middleman energy? This could be somebody that's frustrated, defensive, anxious. Things could be delayed in their life, or they cause delays for you. And it says disaster. Tell me more about who this middleman energy is. What is this? Who is this? For the collective. Could be a woman, a fiery energy, or it could be a feminine energy. Could be some type of fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be. It could be Capricorn, Gemini. And number 1943 10 11 110 311 411 911. Here's number 15. This could be somebody that's holding on to some type of money, or maybe you're holding on. What is this someone else energy? Could be somebody, it could be something that you've already won in. Something that you've already accomplished and succeeded at. But maybe this is just helping you recognize this. So this is bringing it back up for you. You know, remember I said we experienced the Mercury retrograde. And a lot of times things get brought back up for us. Some people feel to reflect on, etc. To work through, whatever the case may be. But yeah, Scorpio energy, transformations, ending cycle. This could have been someone who you've ended a cycle with. Something changed, something shifted. It was time. It was necessary. It was fate. This was meant to happen. Just, you have nothing to worry about. I know things may be frightening or worrisome because you don't know what's going on, what to expect. You feel like you're in the dark about things, or this path is very mysterious, or, you know, maybe you dealt with people who were actual, like, liars, deceitful, betraying you, keeping secrets, having private conversations. Because you have people who want to confess, or not really, they just want to tell you something. But I was getting the feeling of, okay, but it don't have to be in a bad way. It could be in a positive, happy way. Somebody just want to tell you something, talk to you, or something like that. But all right, there may be challenges ahead. You can face them. All right, tell me more about this Seven of Wands. Some type of indecision. Peace is being restored. So this could have also been something that already happened. Yeah, so this chapter has ended. This chapter has ended. You probably standing your ground, encouraged to. There's a new beginning, a fresh start. All right. I feel like something disastrous could have happened. You could be in this frustrated, defensive, anxious space. It says reach out for help. Reach out for the help you need when you need it. This talks about teamwork, gang, cooperation, creativity, realization, influence, common goals. Four, four, four. 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right. Let me see. All right. So I'm seeing that you guys could have manifested something. Your manifestations are coming in. Something about magic can even be significant. If you've done some type of ritual or something, I'm seeing that it works. Or it could just be saying you are indulging in these things. Angel number 1493 could be significant. 1794, 2410, 3. Okay, 333. I'm seeing that also a death could have happened, whether it was a literal one or a death and rebirth. Death of self. A transformation. You've ended some type of cycle. Some type of change has happened in your life. As you're on this path, be careful of seeing things that are not there, right? Fear, illusion. Maybe some of you guys need to do some work around your subconscious. Some things could be a mystery as you're navigating through this path. Beware of deception, because there could be some type of secrets or something. And I'm also seeing dissatisfaction. You could be dissatisfied with something, but I feel like you're going the right way for those of you who are in alignment, which I feel like you're naturally... It says you can make your imagination real. Growth always means leaving something behind. And everything you have worked for is coming together. Some of you guys are needing to watch your health. All right? You could be not looking so well, feeling so well. You're being encouraged to watch your health. But I am seeing that you have a bright future. Okay, I'm seeing that there's something that's going to have an ideal result. I'm also seeing that you're going to be collaborating with someone on something. Yep. Celebrate in advance, honey. Celebrate in advance. Go clown out with your friends, because there's a new opportunity here. All right? So either you're in alignment with this, you're already presently collaborating with someone, and this could be just within financial matters. Okay? But I'm seeing some type of collaboration. Be mindful that we're still experiencing a retrograde. So make sure you double check things, review things. Yeah, because be mindful of things not being what it seems. Electronic issues could be a sign. Communication issues. All right. Some people in this time, astrologists specifically, they may not make major plans or take major actions towards things, especially that's new. All right, take that how it resonates for you. But there's a fresh start here. I'm seeing new energy, new action, new beginnings. Okay, you could be starting on something. I'm seeing pioneering, leadership, originality. You're being encouraged to take action on your ideas. Okay, stand your ground. Do not let up on your dreams, your goals, yourself, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. I know you may not be in the best energy. You may be a little anxious and everything like that, but you're a confident cookie. So remain enthusiastic and determined like you've always been. It's like you putting yourself in spaces and energies that's not even you to be in. That's because of the worry and the fear and all this stuff. And I don't blame you, because there were some things that you've already experienced. you know, that you could be healing or needing to heal. So I can see why you may be in this space, but you're naturally someone who is enthusiastic, passionate, all right, adaptable, independent, determined, right? You've always been resilient. So it's like, keep on being resilient. You're almost there. Really, the cycles have ended. You're already there. But whatever else that you're so zoomed in on, just be patient. Sometimes things are what it seems. Sometimes you ask for things that you truly don't want. And you don't really know that yet until it comes about, until it happens. But there's huge changes and different things that is happening in your life. You've ended a huge cycle. There's transformations happening. You could be seeing butterflies or anything that is a sign of death or transformation. These things could be coming up. And I feel like as you're on this path, you probably had no clue. You probably were just filled with wonder and curiosity and inexperience, or, you know, needing to trust your intuition, or having to just go based off of that. But you have all the tools and resources that you need. All right, I'm seeing that you should take action on your ideas like I told you earlier. There may be challenges ahead, but you can face them. When it comes to like some things, some people, in some situations, right? Things happen quicker or easier or this, that than other individuals. But you can't worry about all that. You have to know that regardless, the best possible outcome is going to happen for you. You're protected. An ideal result is going to come into fruition. And you're going to be successful regardless. Before you leave this plane, everything will be how you ever wanted it. Right now, you may not be able to see certain visions because you still are in this space where you need mental rest and a break, and you've went through deep defeat in your life, especially some type of mental defeat. But I feel like you're getting back everything. You're getting back to you for sure, or you're headed that way, or you're in alignment with that version of yourself. Just keep moving forward. I feel like, man, I know what I'm talking about. I feel this energy where it's like an example. Say you're a confident person, but you come off as insecure. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. And that's what's happening with what I'm seeing here, like with y'all energy. It's like you coming up as a person that's very anxious and frustrated and in this certain energy. I'm also getting that some of y'all probably no longer being resilient or going down that path of feeling that way. But it's like that's not a part of who you are. And so therefore that will never happen because you're naturally a person that's determined and this and that. Like, before you ever give up, you will be running on fume. You know? It's like, regardless, that's who you are in your blood. So it's like, this is putting yourself through a lot of unnecessary. Because it's like, naturally, you're going to overcome that situation. Naturally, you're not going to stop. Naturally, you're going to get through this. Because, you know, every time, God always came through. You know, it's like those type of situations. So I feel like, yeah, you just need to believe in yourself and have courage to continue. You know, because you are that guy, that girl. All right. It says you can always call on your natural confidence. Call on it, honey. You'll probably instantly snap into confidence right when you feeling this illusion of insecurity. It's crazy, and you can probably trick your mind being in that energy. You could probably trick your mind being in that energy. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my phone on airplane mode. I need to go put it on the charger. Some of y'all, this is your confirmation. If you've ever been contemplating a number change, get that number change, honey. You can always get a new number and change your stuff to that. Or this is just a lesson to not be giving anyone your number, honey. Don't give people your number. Because why are you constantly calling me? Child. Look, let it run its course. Yeah. But listen to your inner voice when making choices. All right? Especially during this Mercury retrograde, or whenever you're going down a path that you don't really know much about, and like all this stuff. Take time out and the answers will come. Like if you're not doing too much, like I even realized not doing anything, you can still somehow end up doing something. Like maybe you're using your body, your limbs, right? You know that's still triggering a chemical in your brain to act on something, a nerve in your brain to act on whatever it is. So you're still constantly using your brain regardless. So just try to literally dead ass do nothing, especially when it comes to your mental. Therefore, even your brain. Okay, sometimes, yes. Because if not, honey, that mind is going to get the best of you. And you're going to start feeling hopeless and, you know, mentally defeated. Like it's going to be so many thoughts. And so create peace for yourself. But whatever ending you went through that was mentally defeating and a painful ending, it says it has ended and finished for better or worse. Okay? Instantly got, regardless of how it went, that's how it went, you know, and you'll bounce back from this as you always do. You know, sometimes we go through things that apparently we just need to bump our head and go through, right? Because if you do better, you would do better. Half the times we give ourselves karma. That's what I tell the collective. That's what I remind them on. Now, the Knight of Swords is here. Two different court cards came out. The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So, a young adult, a male, who may be in their head a lot or on this mission of communication, thoughts, and then I'm getting this fiery energy. Could be a woman who's mature, either mature in age or just mature within their physique, who they are. Someone who's very independent, stable, in control, a leader, a queen, a creator. Right? Or a male 35 years or older could be significant as well. For some of y'all, this could have been talking about a romantic situation. But yeah, I feel like new things, better things, they're manifesting. I'm seeing endings and new beginnings. And an ending of a chapter, honey. So, yeah. Hide your true thoughts is coming out. It's not the truth. Trust your instincts. Follow your heart. Fight. Damn, that was a complete sentence, wasn't it? Ooh-wee. Hide your true thoughts. This is how it came out in order. It's not the truth. Trust your instincts. Follow your heart. Fight. Remember I said I seen in Seven of Wands earlier, which usually ties to stand your ground. Leo energy. And that was the energy that was saying there may be challenges ahead. You can face them. Now, this could be mental challenges. Yeah, this for sure can be up ahead. Especially how I'm looking at the whole spread. It's happening like a timeline. God bless me. Yep, and confirmation, it says it's time to fight back, honey. Take matters in your own hand or put action towards things. On the back of the deck, lead. Period. You are that example, honey. Ain't it? That's crazy. Because you're dealing with a lot of bored and withdrawn people. You like a big fish in a small pond. And it's like people are so shallow while you're so filled with depth. DPTH. Yep. Breaking point. Somebody could be mad about something at their breaking point. They're at their limit. They're at their final straw. They're overwhelmed. This could be your energy or it could be somebody else's. All right, we got resistance. All right, this could be a secret admirer or this could be somebody who's suppressing. They could come off a bit timid, or maybe this is just separately talking about the energy of resistance, and it doesn't have to go hand in hand with that breaking point energy. Tell me more about breaking point. Free-spirited, adventure, risk. Yeah, like that's literally what it is. Breaking outside the box. You reached your breaking point. I feel like you're free. You had it. It's like your spirit had enough, and you've just got into like this certain energy that it's like it couldn't be withheld any longer. That's probably why some of y'all started putting them boundaries up, saying no. Like, you know, enough is enough. Yep. Like chemistry. This could have even been towards people who you had an attraction to. There was a spark there. There was passion there. But I feel like you want better because living in a fantasy land, that's not what you want. You want actual fantasy, yes, but you don't want to be living in a fantasy world, right? If it ain't real, I don't want it. If it can't love me in a healthy way, I don't want it. If it's not a part of my manifestations and things I deserve, I don't want it. If X is trying to come back into my energy to reconcile, I don't want it. Simple. Give me the new friends. Give me the new loves. Give me the new business partner. Give me the healthier relationships. Give me the better mindset and mental space and emotional state. Right? Some of y'all just fed up. You tired of the same stuff. You breaking into your individual self. And I feel like you putting an end to a lot of things. And some of you guys are literally being encouraged to start being in this space. Starting to let go and release. You got to put them ideas, put some action to it. You know, something just sitting there over time, it ain't doing you or anyone else no good, honey. Some of y'all already know this. Some of y'all already got clarity. Look, it came out again, honey. Confirm clarity. Spying, loyalty. Yep. Somebody could be spying on you to see if you, to get clarity. This could have been somebody you was loyal to, or this could be somebody they trying to see if they can trust you or something. Clarity. Confirm loyalty and spying. Social network information. Ways. Somebody got ways. What the fuck? Says trust and reliability, believing. This could have been somebody you trusted in here. Maybe this could be people who you don't even have a deep relationship with. Like maybe this is somebody you like. It's so people be really like weird. Yep. I feel like you tried to start over with somebody, but you just have to end up letting them go. Some of y'all, you probably still you try with other individuals and you let other people go. But I'm seeing that you conflicted. You could be conflicted within your decisions. You could be kind of hot and cold, or you could have multiple choices, or just could be feeling conflicted in something. Tell me more about this conflicted energy, or this could be how somebody is towards you. Somebody probably in pain because they know that they can provide you with what they know exists, right? Just like if you got a divine masculine, or you know that a divine masculine exists, but you're with somebody that's not of that energy. They're in pain, afraid, because they know that there's better energy out there for you, right? And maybe you know this. Maybe you started realizing this. Yep, that's why you withdrawn. You know, you rather be single and alone, right, in your solitude. And I feel like you just changed, you know? You just changed. You outgrew a lot of things. You just changed. Nah, I feel like people really push you to that point, though. And you just have to be pushed to a point to tend to yourself, to pick yourself up, to be the one to wipe your own tears away. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you got more peace when you solo dolo. Ain't that something? Same, honey. Balance, harmony, friendship. I'm telling you, so things are getting into balance. The true friends, the real friends, the romantic counterparts. It's coming in because you've been letting go and releasing. Okay, you've been walking away. Yes, and like I said, for others of you guys who are encouraged to step in this energy, then take it apply it how it fits. You're being encouraged to release and let go. You know, for the other individuals who are releasing and letting go, there could also be some other things that you're being encouraged to release and let go as well. Like, you know, especially so your manifestations, the new things that are wanting to manifest in your life can come in, because it's really right there. So maybe there's something that needs to be cleared up more, but patience, right? Everything is going to come in divine timing. But I know that Mercury retrograde has been Mercury retrograding. People of the past, look, you made people feel good. You made people feel excited, right? Like they was on ecstasy or something. But you've ended things with people because, and this probably shocked the hell out of them. This is probably something they did not see coming. Shit, you probably didn't even see it coming. Some people could feel abandoned, or maybe you felt abandoned by certain people. But I mean, don't let them guilt trip you now. These people have narcissistic tendencies, right? These people are, I forgot what I was going to say, but they be gaslighting, manipulating, anything to have it their way. When you're an earth angel, a divine masculine, a divine feminine, don't ever question yourself or why you do things. I feel like you never really leave people when you need to leave them any damn way. You know? You be chasing behind people while they be running. That's why, girl talk, it's time to enjoy being single, bro. Like, it's time, you moving on. All right, I'm seeing time with friends. I'm seeing you in your little nightgown, just sitting, talking, chatting. This could be future energy. But I'm seeing you living in the moment. All right, I'm seeing somebody that's happily single, having fun. And like I said, sometimes you hold yourself back from these experiences because the only one that's stopping you is you. That's what I'm saying. You got to heal from people wearing false masks, because that's what a snake gonna do. A snake gonna bite you, ain't it? Somebody with a false mask gonna be deceitful, ain't it? So you just gotta, like, it's like calling a spade a spade. That's just what that is. That's what it's gonna do. You can't get with fake friends and expect them to be real, right? So people, they just doing what they gonna do. Like a hater gonna hate. That's just what they do. So you live and you learn, you know? So don't allow people to take any more of your life, because some people say once it's like they looked up and all of a sudden they was old, you know? They wish they was young again and all this stuff, honey. Don't be them type of people. Okay? Bless their heart, but yeah, some of y'all probably gonna be receiving some type of love call. All right, someone expresses love, a message of love. All right, thinking of you and letting you know. This could be on either way. Maybe you're gonna be thinking about somebody, letting them know, or maybe it's gonna be towards you. This stabbed in the back energy had popped out. Any of my messages for the collective? Coffee cup. Meeting and conversing. Savoring the moment. Feeling uplifted. Friendship. Yeah, some of y'all, you're attracting some friends. I feel like you're attracting this abundant life to where you're going to have many options, right? Multiple decisions to choose from. Be mindful that you also co-creating with the universe. So whatever you do or don't do, there will be consequences from those things. And that kind of sounds a bit cautioning or whatever the case may be. So maybe some of y'all need to hear that in a cautioning way. But I was just throwing it out there. Hell, even if it was something that came back that was like good, like, oh, you played the lottery and got $1 million. Like, it could be anything. It don't have to be something that's like negative or, oh my gosh, right? But just applies to how it fits. Because sometimes y'all be walking right into the lion's den, and the lion's den can even be a path. Like, it's filled with illusion, and you probably inexperienced, naive, gullible in certain situations or areas of your life. But I feel like you got this. You just need to be mindful of haste, especially when it comes to them thoughts. Like, things can pop up in your head, and you instantly probably take it, run with it, honey. Or maybe them thoughts just been back and forth. Maybe you've been getting some new ideas. Maybe you've been on this mission of truth or communication. Maybe something about the law or legal situations, or just intelligence or knowledge could be significant. Okay, some of you guys are encouraged to make healthy choices, like when it comes to healing your heart, when it comes to self-love, self-care, just making healthy choices in love and in life. You could be doing this already. All right, you could be healing from heartbreak. All right, you could have freed yourself from toxic relationships or addictions, or you're on this path of freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. And yeah, and I feel like you're attracting your soul connections. Soulmate energy coming out. Yep. See, your spiritual team is helping this come into fruition as well. All you need to do is have faith. Because it's coming, honey. It's probably going to be something you're going to be a little hesitant on, but this ain't no karmic relationship. So if you come across a person and it's giving karmic relationship, it's giving let this person go, love me, because it seemed like they have triggers or turmoil. Or maybe you already know this person and you got resentment towards them. Or maybe they trigger you. Maybe they make you feel like you're not enough. Or maybe they already feel like they're not enough. So, of course, this will bring lack of confidence and fear or ego issues and jealousy and all this stuff. And you don't need that, honey. You didn't already experience that from a few people, right? Family, friends, whoever. So you'll be able to tell the difference between a divine connection and one that's more so karmic. And when I say karmic, I just mean the energy of something, right? And energy, it can shift, it can change. That's why usually when people do they yes and no questions, I like to remind them, be mindful based on the energy, you know, being able to change in our own free will, because some people feel like the future isn't yet set or like set in stone, right? A lot of times it depends on the choices that we make, right? So just take how it resonates for you, but I feel like y'all are leaving behind karmic relationships and you're letting go and loving you, all right? And I feel like you are going to, I feel like love is coming. Even if you don't want love right now, even if you're not even looking for it, honey, it's coming. Want to know why? Because you deserve it. I understand that you probably got into this space where you like, man, love not important, or I'm not really tripping on love. That's good, because this builds more room for you to be more focused and to put more nurturing energy into yourself, and you know, to enjoy being in your own space, right? So that's cool to feel those ways, but I know it's gonna happen in divine timing, honey. But for right now, it's cool. You happily single for a lot of you guys, or if this is future energy, then you will be happily single, right? I'm just seeing y'all living in the moment, but you got people watching, looking, stalking, right? Gaslighting. something like binoculars or something. Baby, somebody can actually be stalking with the whole binocular setup and everything. Child. Twin flames can also be significant. So maybe some of you guys are going to come into balance in union with this twin flame. All right, I know some of y'all thought that karmic relationship was a twin flame, but I don't think so. Well, sometimes somebody can be in a twin flame dynamic and it can go like a certain way because, you know, of course, people have their own free will. But I honestly feel like there's not no damn twin flame relationship. That karmic stuff. But anyways, any more messages for the collective? Confirm more about this chemistry. Child, attraction, spark, and passion keep coming out. Clarity. We got truth, lessons. All right. Maybe this is regarding your foundation, right? Of course, you want somebody that you can trust. You want somebody that you will feel secure with, therefore have a family with. You know, have chemistry, a spark there. And I feel like you're attracting it. Literally, divine masculine behind that. You're attracting it. Yep. Oh, that's why they spying. Because they hurt. They in pain, honey. Yep, I said them people that worked against you or betrayed you or whatever the case may be. They will not win the war or the battle, honey. Welcome in, you guys. Ooh. So yeah, keep on doing your thing. Great things, big things are happening, will continue to happen. Just make sure your energy right, because you may not be in the best energy to celebrate these things or to put action into certain things. Because I'm seeing you have ideas. You just need to birth them damn creations. Like I said, just take it how it resonates, because everybody's situation not the same. But then I thought of bippity boppity boo. Bippity boppity boo. Bruh. So comedic stuff could be significant as well. What's that? Parody? I can't even think of it. Alright. There go that King of Swords again. I seen that earlier on the back of the deck. Somebody could be holding on to something. And this is making me pick up on like some type of grudge, because they somebody who's not in tune with their heart space. They're more head over heart. Then I had seen that Four of Pentacles. That's why I said that. But this could be some type of material thing. This could be them penny pinching as well, like them trying to save or budget or whatever the case may be. But anywho, regardless of people working against you, honey, they better do more than pray, because karma is going to still have to come and get you, honey. And some of y'all like to feel bad and everything like that. That's fine, but it's going to happen still, because that's what, you know. Now, that's what you call God having your back, or whatever having your back, the invisible forces. Because you could be so passive, like, you know what, it's okay, I'll get over it, you know, I love them. Karma like, and then I thought of Princess, when Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, Princess Protection or something like that, and she was telling her, don't get involved or whatever the case may be, and she came off like she wasn't gonna get involved. Then next thing you know, she did, because she was taken up for her. So it's similar to that. Like, you could be coming into spaces where you like, you know what, I don't care if they get karma, I'm over it. Or if it's somebody who you still love or want to be with, especially in a romantic situation, you're probably, you know what, I'm over that, da da da. But people, regardless, gonna still get that karma because they shouldn't have did what the hell they did to you in the first motherfucking place. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because how you do that to somebody who is genuine, pure, innocent, right? How you do that? Some of y'all be so damn nice. That's why this type of stuff gonna happen. Leave it up to you, honey. See, you probably was be part of that merciful God that people be talking about. For sure. And it's not a bad thing, honey. It's not a bad thing. I'm sure it's also something that's very honoring and like lovely, etc. You know, that's pretty cool to have like a certain heart space as you do. It's cool. Yeah, some of y'all like, it's cool. It's cool. But look, this new love is something serious. This new love is something serious. I feel like life at first was filled with challenge and this and that. Now it's just going to be filled with relaxation, if it's not already, especially. I feel like a few things had to be experienced. Now you got the wisdom, the consciousness. Yes, honey. You know how to just observe when necessary. Right? It says enthusiastic and complete, a moment of darkness. Observe, wait for the opportunity, be quiet and alone, believe in the light within. Yeah, see, I feel like this you time right now. Personal stuff going on, independent stuff. Because, baby, you about to blast off like a rocket. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. Excellence means being different. Be yourself. Then we got criticize at the top. Regardless, people may try to talk about you. Shit, you may even try to talk about yourself. Subconsciously even. But you got to remember, be yourself. That's your superpower. Nobody else can be you. Alright? Hashtag be you. Everybody else is taken. Even if people don't see your excellence or they don't want to admit your excellence, keep being yourself. Alright? It says endure the trial, overcome the failure. Period. With the death. Thank you for double tapping the screen. I do appreciate you very much. The list is open if you guys want to get on the list. These are my prices here. We got the 3-card spread, the medium reading. We got the in-depth reading. We have the questions going on. We even have other deals and sales going on with advice-wise counseling up to a month long of sessions. Yeah. It says stay optimistic, endure the suffering. Okay, we got torment at the top. Somebody wants you to endure some type of suffering, but they got to know that, child, God always comes through every time. But for now, just hang in there. Hang in there, collective. Some of y'all probably feel like you suffering. Hang in there. All right? Because, ooh. And I feel like by the time you done with this situation, you're going to realize the point of it all. And I had thought of that song, the point of it all, I love you, and the reason for it all. What's his name? What's his name? Anthony Hamilton, honey. But yeah, this is a time for self-love, self-respect, self-care, self, anything with SELF in it. Because, honey, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look, it says wonderful things are going to happen. That's what it say. That's what it say. I'm telling you. It says you found the key to your problem. Yep, that's why it's a great beginning this time. Because you found the key to your problem. If you haven't found it yet, honey, you will, honey. It's just happening in divine timing for us all. All right, it says another perspective of the sun. Flip side. I just thought of gaining a new perspective, shifted perspective, whatever the case may be. It says grasp the key to the problem. See, some of y'all already have the answers and you don't know it, but you'll figure it out. It says be brave enough to accept all challenges. Yeah, what Jerry Dunn said, challenge your limits, don't limit your challenges, honey. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Collide with new sparks. Don't be afraid of arguments. Look, I'm telling you. See, you could be one of those people. Say you never had a fight. Say by when it came to that time when you had to fight, you were scared. You probably thought you was going to lose. Whole time, the hands were certified. We just going to say that. The hands were certified. All right? It's just you got to believe in yourself. You got to trust in yourself. You got to know you're protected. All right? You got to remember who you are. Young and energetic with great energy. Right? Stand up for yourself even if you feel like an argument may come about. Because my thing is, I know you're not... Half of y'all is not confrontational. Half of y'all are not drama starters. You don't care for all of that. So I feel like 9 times out of 10, you're just trying to take up for yourself in the way that you know how. And you can't control people outside of yourself. So maybe you will irritate some demons. That don't mean you got to fight fire with fire, because you have the intellect, the emotional intelligence, the wisdom, the whatever, to know, why would I argue with somebody like this? Why stoop down to their level, which is basically a visualization of lowering your vibrations. So stooping down to their level, because their vibrations is already hella low, especially be around here arguing. Because, baby, that's internal conflict. These things are not personal. People just got inner demons that they need to tend to. And they want to go around blaming the world for everything, being mad at the world. When, honey, the world got enough problems. You want to add more problems to the collective? That's what your fellow humans be doing at times. But that's why you're going to meet people who are on your level, frequency, etc. But, like I said, I feel like a new you has been born. Blessings and opportunities and manifestations want to come into fruition in your life. But I feel like for some, releasing and letting go would be a thing. Patience would be a thing. And it was something else, but it left my mind. I hate when that happens. But you already know the answers anyway. I'm mainly confirming the things that you already know. Right? You'll only interpret whatever I'm saying based on your level of consciousness anyway. So, do I even have to tell you take what resonates? Because in reality, you're already going to do that. But I like to tell people that just in case, you know, they hear information and it may not be for them and they try to take it for their own. That's why I say that. But, yeah, see, somebody thinking. Somebody, whoever you're not talking to, they probably thinking you're going to talk again. They probably feel like y'all gonna talk again. They probably know that it may be a long time from now. But honey, they will literally wait. That's how obsessed this person is. Whoever this is, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of like, who is this person? Who is this secret admirer that the collective got? 'Cause some of y'all probably got a huge stalker. This could be somebody that you let go of. Or that you're letting go, moving on from, walking away from. So it could be somebody that you already was in a connection with. Maybe someone who made you feel trapped or stuck, tied down, captive. Yeah, so this is probably a situation that you escaped on the cool. They could have influenced your life. You probably was conflicted when it came to them. For sure. They could be lusting after you. Okay, maybe this was somebody who was non-committal. This is probably somebody who couldn't even feel pain like you felt pain. You want to know why? Because you were in tune with your heart space. They weren't in tune with their heart space for a while, since they were probably kids. So it's like they never had the opportunity to operate in that love, godly energy. That's a God energy. To be able to love, to be able to be like this light energy as well. And we ain't talking about the ones who believe in, there cannot be light without dark. Okay, we not talking about you. We talking about something else. Okay, let me cook. Let me say what I got to say. But nah, man, it's been a long ass journey, honey. You exhausted, and I feel like you just really tying up loose ends, honey. Because if you really want to know, you probably been knew that these people was not good for you. So I feel like you finally just implementing love of self, and actually you probably believe that true love exists, especially if you letting go of these people. Because still being in a low vibrational space and feeling like true love don't exist anyway and like all this stuff, that can keep you in a cycle with a person and just decide to just still be in a relationship with them. Never let them go. Grow old together. Don't even like each other no more. Like that type of stuff. But nah, you too real for a lot of stuff. You too deep for shallow stuff. You too, filled with love and able to give and receive it to, I'm telling you. So everything that you've been manifesting is coming through. But like I said, maybe it's a few things that you need to, like I said, for some of y'all, it could be patience. For some of y'all, it could be needing to let go of something, someone, a mindset, a habit, something, honey. Maybe the space where you don't be putting in action when it's necessary. It could be anything. For others of y'all, you probably already here experiencing this. Moving forward in your life, going for the next thing to happen. You probably happily single, just vibing. But for others of y'all probably in y'all head, all this. Everybody's situation is different. Or, like I said, that could just be other people's energy who's coming out in your reading. Because, like I said, some of y'all, you got secret admirers coming out your reading. You got family coming out your reading. It's like different stuff. But you're the query. You're the one who's getting the message. So that's why I'm saying take how it resonates for you. But somebody was operating out of pride. Yep. Ooh, child. I'm about to drown, honey. I kind of want to close them blinds. I'm sure I probably don't need no more lip gloss, honey. What is this? Why do it look like that? Is that the light bouncing off my lip or something? All right. Let me put my phone on the charger. Let me close now let me close this blind and put my phone on the charger. What you know about me? 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 I said my lip gloss is popping. Okay. Honey, but that's pretty much what I'm seeing with this collective. There's different little stuff going on. But for the hard-headed ones, let's get some of these. Oh, yeah, that money coming in, honey. That money coming in. Some of y'all are being encouraged to just go for it, especially financial opportunities, because half of y'all only not doing something because of fear. F, fear. That's what that card said, but I'm sure I can't say that word. But that's what it say. Boom, bam. If you want to get this deck for yourself, it is called the Rebel deck, honey. Shoes. It's dark and you can't see a effing thing. Get your head out of your ASS. What? Why they say that? Confirm it's dark and you can't see the fucking thing. Not as a fucking expert, bruh. Some of y'all use your own brain, use your own intuition, make your own choices. And I also was getting a separate message from that. I'm losing it. It's leaving my mind. What was it? I probably wouldn't have been able to remember him if I wouldn't have said that. Hey, honey, welcome to the team. My freaking ears. Yeah. See, for some of y'all, it say stop whining hell because your manifestation's coming in and life could be worse, but shit, it's like your blessings coming in. You doing what you was supposed to do in life. You was letting go. You freeing yourself from toxic shit. Shit. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all be stressing yourself out for what, honey? And that's what I'm saying. Some stuff that's still affecting you. You know, some of y'all still are healing from heartbreak or whatever the case may be. So it makes sense. But at the same time, I told y'all, it's kind of like torturing self, because half of y'all, it's like being, say for instance, say something could have happened to you 5 years ago and it doesn't affect you emotionally as it did 5 years ago. So it's actually something that no longer affects your life in a tremendous way like it probably did in the beginning, but you could be operating in that energy as if it still does, you know. So it's almost like self-torture because you're putting yourself through something that you don't necessarily have to experience or go through. It's similar to like dwelling over something, but actually being over it, or some of that sort, right? They never want to see us right together. It says, step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale tastes like that's what it say. It say eat something yummy, bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. Now, I don't encourage, or I'm not going to say I don't encourage, but I'm going to say that I am reading the oracle. That's what the oracle say. So that means another person wrote these cards and they sold them. And this is what they, you know, I ain't telling you to eat some bacon. You know, I prefer you to be vegan. But I mean, you know, I'm just reading this right here. Okay, only take what resonate for you. All right. Know that you are loved. Okay, you are loved. Period. Even if you don't love yourself. What did it say on the back? You are here for a reason. And it say don't F it up. I'm not finna play. I'm not gonna play. Look, that's what they said. That's what they said. I did receive your payment, honey bun. Whoever sent me in a payment, could you let me know that you're in the chat? Because I didn't really see the name. I'm telling you, money steady popping out. Sun 1515. Thank you, honey, for your trust and your support. So we're doing a 3-card spread for you. Or are we doing, let me see. I can't see nothing, honey. 2 yes and no. Okay. All right, honey bunny. Thank you for your trust and your support. Look on the back, it says winning. Winning. And it says don't believe every thought you have. Remember, we talked about that earlier. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a pause on this collective here. I may just end it here because sometimes after I'm done with a personal, like I'll be ready to get off of live, or my phone would probably be dead. So I pretty much said everything that I needed or wanted to say in the collective. I may do another collective after I do the personal, but usually when a client sends in for a reading, I don't like really keeping them waiting. But if you want to see the beginning of this reading, or user, if you would like to see a recap of the reading that I give you, I'm going to be uploading this video to my YouTube. Are you okay with sharing your name for me? Or if you're not, just let me know, because then you can just try another method for me, or a name that you want to be. Thank you for the gifts, Robert. Okay, nice to meet you, Robert. All right, cleansing the energy. Okay, I'm about to go ahead and get started on your reading now, honey. Releasing the collective's energy back to them and returning my energy back to me. We're going to put a pause or a heart or a stop in the collective right now. I may be getting into a new one, so I'm going to go ahead and close out this collective. And we're going to be starting on a personal. Remember, this is not a collective. It is a personal. If you would like a personal, which is your own private message, then you can just get on the list. And I will be starting on you next. All right. I'll probably use these. All right. All right, Robert, we're doing a 3-card spread for you. All right, Robert. Robert, did you take a break from something? A relationship, a person? If not, this is encouraging you to get into mental rest. All right. Can I get 3 cards back for Robert? If you're in this energy of apathy, which is discontent, discontentment, or anything like that, you could be missing out on opportunities. You could be missing out on, like, maybe something happened in your life that it didn't go the way that you wanted it to or planned. And I feel like this has probably caused you to kind of seclude yourself. And it doesn't have to be physically, like you purposely being in solitude. It can, but it also can tie to emotionally, like keeping your heart to yourself or keeping things. And it don't even have to be on purpose. It could just be so focused on other things, and probably in this space to where you're just sitting in some type of energy similar to dwelling, but it's not dwelling. It's just, maybe you've been contemplating something. But let's see your 3-card spread. Yes, you did. Okay. So I feel like okay, so right now you could be in this space of being indecisive. The 2 of Swords is coming out for you. In the past, however, I feel like you were in a much more happier space. Okay, maybe something was illuminated to you. I'm just seeing satisfaction, radiance, positivity, strength, vitality, and gain. Maybe you've gained in this era. Maybe a male, like a son, could even be significant. S-O-N. All right, fire energy, Leo, Libra, and Pisces could be very significant. Angel number 1010 can also be significant. In your future, I am seeing happy families. So I feel like whatever that's been happening from past, present to future, I'm seeing that you are in alignment. Like, even if some things may happen in your life that may not feel so grand, or if you're still healing from things that previously happened, like regardless of the good and the not so good, you are in alignment. And that's really great. Because I know sometimes, you know, being in this human reality and 3D plane, sometimes we are so zoomed into our problems that, you know, we don't really see what's spiritually going on, which is usually the bigger picture. All right. Maybe you're being encouraged to have a higher perspective if you've kind of been in this energy of dwelling, being in apathy, you know, because this is keeping you closed off from your blessings, from things that are trying to come into you from the divine. So I honestly feel like you were meant to be in the collective. Because I was saying some things that were also talking about opportunities from the divine. I even made a post on my backup account about that. So heavy confirmation. So that could be a sign for you, or a confirmation for you, like the signs that you have been seeing. Especially since this is coming up right now with your reading, maybe you could have been receiving signs, or your spiritual team has been trying to talk to you through, like, as you being in the earthly plane and them maybe being in the spiritual realm, right? However you may see it, if you believe in that type of stuff. But I'm most definitely seeing that you're in alignment. I don't know if you've experienced a miracle or if you're going to soon be experiencing a miracle. But there is transformation happening. You just need to surrender to the journey. I feel like you need to release control. All right? Know that you cannot go back to the past. We can't live in the future. And the future is not yet here or set in stone. You was here when I was mentioning that. So, you know, try to live in the present. Try to practice mindfulness. I feel like something has already been illuminated to you. And you're probably still going to be kind of indecisive on when it comes to which path to take, because I feel like that's what your present energy is. You're currently experiencing a need for balancing your priorities and decisions. Like, this may be able to help you be more decisive when it comes to things. Be mindful of avoiding some type of truth. Like I said, something could have already been illuminated to you. This can even tie to relationships. This can tie to your love life. And it doesn't just have to be romantic. It can even be platonic connections, like family and stuff like that. But I'm seeing like you're in alignment. I'm seeing happy children, a happy wife, like happy life, you know. And I don't know if you received this in your childhood, but Peace is being restored if it hasn't already, especially with whatever decision this is. Are you currently experiencing indecision, Robert? Maybe this is talking about truth, you discovering your truth, right? And by all means, it doesn't matter if you're 35, 50, 22. You're still on this journey. The journey doesn't end until you leave this world. So even if you're still figuring out who you are and like all these things, that's understandable, especially with the changes that goes on in life, with our own free will, the choices we make, the choices we don't make. But that's pretty much what I'm seeing for you, honey. So regardless of how things play out in your life, now be mindful that you are also the creator of your life. So some things don't have to go a certain way, especially when you're conscious or when you're trusting in your inner compass. Because sometimes we feel like we need advice from other people or we don't have the answers, but we really truly do. Not just because of your experiences that brought you wisdom, but just because subconsciously you pretty much know all things. That's pretty much how I feel. You don't have to take that on as a belief. I'm not here to project on you or change your mind or encourage you with my own visions, but I wholeheartedly feel that way. But listen to your inner voice when making choices. Success lies ahead if you keep to the path, and everything you've planned for has worked out. And this is mainly coming out in your future energy. So that's why I'm saying, even if it doesn't look like it, even if you probably like, man, how am I going to come into this life that sounds so fulfilling, that, you know, I see readings and it says this and it says that, or, you know, whatever. Be patient, is coming. Remember, in the collective, we were talking about patience as well. So you were getting different confirmations in the collective for sure. But regardless of how it's looking right now, because I even feel like at a time in the past you were really happy about something, and then maybe in the present you probably got into a space to where you're indecisive, or there's some type of you don't see the truth in something, or maybe you're avoiding the truth in something, right? Or maybe you don't know which path to go down. This could be some type of distraction as well, because sometimes the two of swords can talk about distractions. So remember, as we was talking about, stay the course, a relationship in the past. Okay, so yeah, if this is regarding your love life, which it most definitely can be, because like I told you, these are your cards that came out. But I did a specific spread for you as well, past, present, future. So I wanted to make sure I actually gave you a message in that form as well. But also wanted to call out the love and everything that I did see for sure. So generally, I said what I had to say for you and for this situation, but within love as well. Don't worry. I don't know if there's two different people that you probably have in mind, but everything is going to work out. Success lies ahead. Just keep to the path. You know what this is talking about. Okay, I'm not Robert. I'm just the messenger. So make sure you only take what resonates for your life. Okay? Which I'm sure it resonates where you didn't. But I'm just saying, not like I'm giving you something that don't resonate. I'm just saying, just, you know, apply, like, be consciously aware. And I know I can't just tell you, oh, be consciously aware, and you're just going to be consciously aware. But I'm just telling you, just pay attention, be more aware, because, like, even with what I'm seeing in your reading right here, I would feel like some things could probably go over your head, right? And not in a way that's like, oh, he don't get it, it goes over his head. No, just like sometimes you can miss certain things, or you can, like, it's just, how can I really explain? Like, a different type of example could be, hey, can you go get me the hair grease off the dresser? It's right there. And you probably looking at the hole. You like, I don't, you know, it's like sometimes you could just miss something. But this is more mental, though. That's why I said it's not this. It wasn't the best example, but it was still kind of, they were still kind of similar. But this is more mental than dealing with eyesight. So that's why it's telling you your inner voice, listen to your inner voice. Because subconsciously you already know the answer, you already know the truth, but your whatever version you are of yourself right now, consciousness you have right now, sometimes, you know, you really gonna have to listen to your intuition, okay, and your inner voice when making choices. But I'm seeing satisfaction, strength, indecision, yes, but also belonging, happiness. So, and my dog's barking. So I feel like you may be receiving some type of message coming in. It could be a sign or something from your spiritual team, because I believe sometimes dogs can resemble a trusted friend, messages even from your spiritual team or something. You are protected for sure. All right, any last messages for Robert before we let him go? All right. Yep, trust there's a divine plan. All right, just don't forget what I told you. And like I said, I will be uploading this video to my YouTube. So just remember that I have on like this type of bonnet, this necklace, and this type of shirt, because I don't know when I'll post it. It should be before next week is over with, because I think today is Sunday. All right, trust that there is a divine plan. Okay, I'm sure there's many other messages to give and many other ways that I can say this message. But for right now, that's pretty much what I'm being called to tell you. All right, it says open into your spiritual source. So I feel like everything is playing out how it's playing out, especially with your consciousness, your free will, and everything like that. Then look, confirmation, uncovering treasure. And everything like that. Then look, confirmation, uncovering treasure. So I feel like this is just like a path that all of us similarly experience, where we are just living and experiencing life as human beings, right? Especially whether we grew up with 2 parents or 1, whether we grew up being abused or not being abused, whether we grew up and had this type of trauma and this or no type of trauma, like regardless, you know, I feel like this is just Robert operating in his life romantically, this and that way, whatever the case may be, how he operates as, right? And I feel like whatever you don't see, eventually you will. Whatever lesson you need to experience, you're going to experience, right? Because, I mean, if you knew better, you would do better. So, I mean, and I can say it differently. Whatever experience come about and you learn from your lessons that you previously had to learn from before, you know, I said that whole sentence kind of so complicated, right? Be mindful, Mercury retrograde. I said that's so complicated. Like it most definitely could be said in a more simpler way and in a way that probably makes more sense. But if you don't understand me, just let me know. But go deep, explore your roots. All right. Do something for your inner child. Maybe inner child healing, maybe heal family wounds if you have them. Because a lot of times, based on our childhood and, you know, the relationships we had with our parents or didn't have, this can reflect in our realities, you know. So whether you're conscious of this within yourself or not, I feel like eventually you will be. Some things you may not see, some things you may see. All right, some experiences you're gonna have, and like, just know that you're the creator of your life. Regardless, I feel like being a good person will save you every time, right? So if you're right within, I feel like you're good. That means you're giving earth angel vibes, light worker energy, and I'm all for that. All right. So if you've been doing justice in your relationships, then, you know, it's just like an energy of reap what you sow, you know. But if you're the one who was the lover boy, the lover gal, you know, whatever type of energy, loyal, etc., and you were the one that were getting deceived or betrayed, then of course you're going to see a change in your relationships. Now, I don't know if it will be with the same person who you were talking about in the past, especially if there was some type of deception. Just know that you are in control of that. Like, sometimes people feel like, oh, God has brought this person into my life and I'm meant to be with them. They're a twin flame. But in actuality, we choose who we love. Okay? So if you have some inner child wounds that you need to tend to heal, do some inner child healing. If you need to do some shadow work, you know, just self-care, self-love, implementing change on your journey, because you're transforming naturally. Your life is transforming, your love life, this, that, everything, right? But go deep, explore your roots, and you may find something that's treasure, okay? Now, I feel like something within you, even when it comes to realizing how amazing you are, because sometimes things are just words to us, right? Sometimes we like, oh yeah, thanks for the compliment. But no, this is something that's really gonna make you feel like, wow, I love being me. Like, it's something. So when I say go deep and explore your roots, because beneath the surface lies great bounty, something you're gonna be rewarded from doing some type of work on yourself. I feel like this is probably where all the change and shifting is going to happen in your life, because then this makes it more smoother for you to be operating or navigating through your life and through your path, because now your chakra is going to be balanced, your intuition is on point, because you trust in yourself and you trust in your intuition, and things may be coming to the surface that was, you know, subconsciously going on, and it may be coming up to your consciousness. Therefore, I'm telling you, it's a whole lot of deep stuff going on, and I feel like you're just man, this is really a nice reading, all right? But if you've been in your head, you're being encouraged to get out of your head. Like, if there's any fearful thoughts or doubts or uncontrolled thoughts or anything going like that, I feel like you're being encouraged to not let your emotions get in the way, or not let yourself get into this space, right? Because maybe something happened emotionally, now it's shifting into a mental thing. Like, oh, okay, this person hurt me by cheating, so now I'm thinking about it constantly, and it hurts my feelings, or whatever. You know, it's similar to that, like cause and effect, whatever the case may be. This can be good repercussions, or it could be not so good repercussions, right? So it's about what you do, what you don't do in life, who you choose to love, who you don't choose to love, how you choose to feel, how you don't choose to feel. Because regardless, this is still your life, and nobody can operate in your life, right? You are the one who moves your arms, your eyes. You get yourself out of the bed. Like, this is you. I can't control you. Therefore, I can't control your emotions either. I can't control how you see life. I can't control how you will feel, you know? I feel like you will always be happy and have inner peace, depending on how you look at things, right? Depending on who you have around you, right? But if these things are, if you got people around you who don't need to be around you, or if you this and you that, maybe it's some things that we need to look on within, and we need to look in the mirror and see, especially, like, say for instance, if you're a people pleaser, let me go back to a time where I first started people pleasing, right? It's just like the introspection, the reflecting, the going within, you know, you're the main person who can do this for yourself, because you operated as Robert from little bitty baby Robert all the way up to who you are now. So you know your whole entire life more than the next person does. You have these feelings that only Robert can have. You have these thoughts that only Robert can have. You have this existence and therefore knowledge from every experience. Even if you can't remember all of it, it's trapped in that subconscious. That's why it's important to do certain work, you know, because sometimes we think, oh, well, my lover, you know, they cheated and da-da-da. And that's cool. By all means, if you want to kick them to the curb, do that. But don't gain resentment. Don't feel insecure. Because a lot of these things, it's not personal, and it's just the experience. So I don't know what's going on in your life. I may start doing these lives to where I add people up on the screen so I can hear y'all talk back instead of just all this text and stuff. Because yeah, because then I would have knew for surely what to just focus on. Because you see, we've been on your reading for I don't know how long. Because when I have stuff to say, I have stuff to say, and I don't stop until I'm satisfied. So me talking to you, we probably would have been done 15 minutes, you know, 15-minute reading, right? Because you would have been like, oh yeah, well, this is that situation and da-da-da. So since You're not telling me anything about your life. I'm going based off my intuition and what the cards are telling me, etc. So I'm picking up on different things that, you know. So if you was on here saying, oh yeah, like you just did before, oh yeah, that was that relationship, that past relationship, I probably would have just focused on that. But confirmation, all of this that I said was probably meant to be said. Okay, so I could talk to you for 30 more minutes. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I do appreciate you so much for supporting me and trusting me to do you a reading. I do hope to see you again whenever you do need another reading. But if you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. I also have a website. If you click the link in my bio and you click website, scroll down to comment. You can also leave your review there if you would like. It's all up to you. And whenever you get the time, of course. But I return your energy back to you, and I release my energy back to me. And if you have any questions, if you feel dissatisfied from your reading, just let me know, honey. But yeah, that's pretty much what I am seeing for you. And I do hope you enjoy the rest of your lifetime, Robert. Once again, it was great to meet you. That was a lovely reading. Alrighty. Okay. If anyone else would like to get on the list, please feel free so I can go ahead and get started on you now. If not, I may be ending this live. Sometimes I don't like the lives too long. I mean, I wanted to take a little break and then I was gonna possibly get back on live. It could have even been like a 5-minute break, so I'm trying to see if I want to end the live. I think I'm gonna stay on the live because I think I mainly wanted to end it so my live can be refreshed, because I think like there's not enough people being able to see my live. But I don't know what's going on with that. I guess when you don't be posting as much or be on live as much, they start taking you off mainstream or from getting many viewers and stuff. All right. Oh yeah, we most definitely get into another reading. It says, stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. See? Similar to the reading that I did for Robert, like it steps to this other version of ourselves, right? Every human can have that similar experience, and we're autonomous. So that's the things that we can have similar. Like that's the things that we can have and similar to each other, which is as we experience life, just going into these different versions of ourselves, having different experiences, learning who we are, right? And sometimes you fully don't really know who you are. And sometimes it's okay. You don't have to figure it out overnight because, like I told you, it's the journey. It don't end until you off this earthly plane. So sometimes y'all just got to be patient. You could be homeless. You could be this. You could be having an incurable disease, but you don't know. We haven't gotten to the future yet, honey. And isn't that like the best part about it? Because at least you know that this situation, like wisdom may come from it, right? A blessing may come from it. Knowledge may come from it, right? A shift of who you are into the next phase, right? That next chapter in your life. Like whatever happens, depending on our own free will and the choices that we make or don't make in our life. And I mean, as you've been living in the world, we've already had a whole existence going on before we got here. You started off as a baby, but there was other people here already. Millions at that. So you are already having an example of how to live your life. And it may not even have been the best example, honey. But you maneuvering and you finding your way. And this ain't the end. But I'm going to go ahead and end the live, you guys, and I'll start it back up. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.